Hello all dinosaurs and safarians. So today I am going to show you guys my collection of prehistoric sea animals versus modern day sea animals. So let's get started. First one right here, it's actually a prehistoric marine reptile known as a Mosasaurus. Okay, so this is actually known as the lizard of the Mills River. This is a beautiful figure from Recur. Next up, let's take a look at this whale right here, which is extremely big as well. So this is actually a sperm whale figure from Safari Ltd that we have just got recently. And speaking of Safari Ltd, I'll be getting more figures, from them. So stay tuned for more videos, okay? Another Mosasaurus-like looking, prehistoric sea creature right over here. And this is actually known as a Tylosaurus, which is also a mosasaur, which is closely related to a Mosasaurus. Next up, we have an orca right over here, which is known as a killer whale. This is actually an apex predator, which means there is actually no other animals that can actually devour it or attack it. It's basically at the top of the food chain, okay? Next up, I'm gonna show you guys this really interesting, prehistoric sea creature right over here, which is known as a Basilosaurus. Okay, so this is actually a prehistoric whale. Yes, I know the body shape doesn't really look like a whale, but this is in fact, more closely related to a whale. Next up, I think this always reminds me of a prehistoric dinosaur, like a Caprosuchus or a Postosuchus, but this is actually a Nile crocodile. Not exactly a sea animal, but you can definitely find them in the water as well. Right over here we have a great white shark. It's a beautiful, sea animal. I want you guys to actually comment down below which is your most favorite sea animal. Let me know down below, okay? Another Mosasaurus-like looking, prehistoric sea creature right over here, which is known as a Leopleurodon. Take a look at the name written right over here, Leopleurodon. Okay, this is a figure from Collecte. Next up, another shark figure right over here. This is a beautiful shark that I've got from my local Toys R Us. And another Mosasaurus, and this Mosasaurus is actually from Collecte, which is a pretty old figure from 2014, 7 years back. Another Mosasaurus figure, and it's very adorable looking. I think, the face actually looks pretty adorable. Yep, a 2010 figure, which means this figure is actually 11 years old. Now, do you guys know what is the function of this spear right over here? If you know, please comment down below. Alright, next up, this looks like a great white shark, but this is in fact a megalodon, which is a prehistoric extinct, shark, a prehistoric shark right over here. Alright, gonna place it right over here, and let's take a look at what's this. Another whale right here, and this is a huge whale. You can see there are like plenty of bumps on top of this whale, and this should be the spot where it can just spot water. I'm not too sure. So this is actually known as the right whale. If you take a look, the name is written right over here. A 2017 figure, not too old, 4 years old. And this is a bowhead whale. That's right, a bowhead whale, a 2014 figure from Safari Ltd. So as you guys can see, there are different types of whales. I'll definitely read up more information and let you guys know in the next video. And this is a whale shark, a very interesting looking sea creature. I've actually swam with them in the Philippines. It can actually take in all the water and filter out all the food particles. They're pretty harmless to human. Alright, and right over here we have another extinct prehistoric sea creature, and I think this is from PNSO. Not too sure what is the name of this sea creature, so if you guys know, do let me know down below. Right over here we have a Plesiosuchus, a figure from Safari Ltd. Another huge prehistoric animal right over here, which is known as a Kronosaurus. Beautiful figure, I love it. Okay. Right over here, we have another one, and this is actually from Bully Land. If I'm not wrong, this is a Leopleurodon as well, but I can't really tell. This one is a new figure that we have purchased. It's actually from Schleich. It's a Plesiosaurus. Yep, that's right. You can actually bend the neck, I think, and you can just put it in like water. Yeah, I think this is like waterproof. Yeah, not too sure. Another shark right over here, which is known as the hammerhead shark. Okay, I got this figure from Tylosaurus as well. Yep. Another sea animal right over here, and this is actually known as a Atlantic white-sided dolphin. A figure from Safari Ltd. This is a pretty new figure which was just released last year. Okay. A megalodon right over here, so you can see the name is written right below. Megalodon, that's right, a prehistoric shark. And if you take a look at the teeth inside, you can see there are actually plenty of them. There are actually 3 rows, yeah, and each tooth can actually be replaced if the shark loses it. Okay, so you can actually regrow its teeth back, so it's pretty cool. Right here, we have a shark ray. So is a shark ray a shark or a ray? Let me know down below. This should be known as a Dolichorhynchops. Very interesting name. I mean, if you take a look, Dolichorhynchops. It is another prehistoric marine reptile. So you can see it has 4 flippers like the Mosasaurus. So very interesting looking prehistoric sea animal. Another huge one, and this is a really nice figure. I really love this. I got this, once it was released back in like 2017. A really beautiful figure from Collectate. Right over here, we have a prehistoric fish, which is known as a coelacanth. Take a look at the name written right below. Coelacanth, which is like a prehistoric fish with like armor around it. Yeah. Pretty cool. I mean, this definitely looks pretty scary looking, but this is like a fish from a long time back. Right over here, we have another Tylosaurus, and this figure I think is one of the best, prehistoric figures that you can find. I mean, from like sea animals category. Tylosaurus, really nice one. And this is actually a Mosasaurus from an unknown brand. I got this from Safari, not Safari Ltd, from AliExpress, and there isn't a name written below, or the manufacturer name, but I feel this figure looks pretty cool, and it's pretty heavyweight as well. I love the colors, I love the spots. It's pretty cool. The lizard of the Muse River. And right over here we have a huge Elasmosaurus, really nice. Yeah, with a really long neck. Take a look at the name written right below, Elasmosaurus. Last but not least, I have some eggs to show you guys. I forgot to actually bring them to show you guys, so let's see what's inside. So we have a surprise little shark right here, and I think this should be a tiger shark. This is right, this is actually a tiger shark. It says tiger shark. Another egg right over here. Let's see what's inside. A hammerhead shark. Nice. Okay. And our last prehistoric sea animal of the day is actually a Hydropterosaurus. That's right, Hydropterosaurus. You can see this is also another prehistoric marine reptile with a super long neck. Looks really beautiful. Yep. Now I think this long neck will actually allow it to, catch fish easily. And right over here we have a Blainville's beaked whale. So you can see this is a really interesting looking whale with like spots, and you can see like 2 protrusions right in front of his snout right here. Yeah, Blainville's beaked whale, a 2016 figure. Our last figure of the day is actually this egg. So let's take a look at what's inside. Oh, we have a penguin inside. I'm not too sure, what type of penguin. Probably an emperor penguin chick. So let's see. It just says little penguin. Yeah, that's right. This is from Science and Nature. So, yep. So that's our collection of prehistoric sea animals and sea animals, okay? So, thanks for watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.